Right. Well, we talked to Chelsea, the mentality monsters. They are allergic to losing. And lose they did not this weekend, for it was a 5-1 destruction of Liverpool. Lauren James stole the show. Lauren James
Masterclass.
was the show. Lauren James versus Liverpool essentially was what it should have been. LJ v
LV.
LIV. Yeah. On that top little thing in the left-hand corner.
Scoreboard.
Yeah. Her first hat trick for Chelsea and an assist
At Stamford Bridge.
at Stamford Bridge of all places.
No big deal.
In front of a manager that has just announced that she's going to be leaving, a kind of mother hen type figure to Lauren James. I mean, Emma Hayes has always backed LJ from day dot. After she started on the bench against Real Madrid, James said, "I had a difficult week. I'm thankful for that performance." Emma Hayes, mother hen, stepping in, saying and described her after the game as the most naturally gifted footballer in the country, and chose to single out her work off the ball. Let's explore Lauren James. Let's pay real homage to what happened at Stamford Bridge, because you can kind of expect if you're going to score a hat trick, there might be 1 or 2 goals there that might be a little bit, rough and tumble in the box or whatever it is, or like
goal.
scrappy, something like that. But every single one was a work of art, and it's the punchiness of these shots that really gets me, because she doesn't. I'm actually a bit speechless, to be fair. Right, just fill in some words for me to describe what you saw at Stamford Bridge, please.
When she's in that kind of form, there is an inevitability about her play.
That's what I meant. Yeah, that's
as soon as she picked up the ball and stepped into the box for that first goal, I was sat there and I just went, goal, 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 and then she took the shot. Like, you just knew it was going to end up in the back of the net. The angle of the goal was something else. We were talking about this before we came in. The way she takes herself out to a position where you think, well, she
narrows it.
She's gone too far. The angle's too narrow. She's going to have to cross it. Nah, she can get that in the far post. And she did it twice. And then I really liked the third goal. I think it was the third goal in that order. That kind of ball that came in from Canara, and it shows that she has that. She also has that just natural ability in front of goal, that kind of poachers, get a foot on it, bang it in from 8 yards or whatever it was. It was excellent performance. And as Emma Hayes said, the work she does off the ball, pulling players all over the place, because she causes Koivisto, I found, out of position a number of times. And I think that is also what happens when Liverpool play the style they do and their fullbacks get high. Emma Hayes had spoken about the kind of 6 across the middle that pen you in. It can be really effective if they manage to pen you in. But with a Chelsea, when they can get over that kind of line, if you like, you end up with those fullbacks out of position. And you've got a player who can more than exploit that space and just, runs rings around people.
I think there was obviously a bit of concern after Hayes announced her departure from me, because I think James is still a player that is very much developing. We saw what she was capable of in the World Cup, but we also saw how quickly things can change when
the mentality side of things.
Yeah,
sure.
When you're still kind of developing. She's only 22 years old.
And last season, I don't think she's the productivity was the area as well that needed work. We all knew on the ball, the skill, everything she had, and it was the end product. And, all those little bits are falling into place, and it's just creating a better and better and better player.
Massively. I mean, I have played against, I've had the misfortune of playing against. I know.
Is that why you retired?
It's the only reason I retired.
So.
It wasn't my injury in the slightest. It was just that I couldn't face another Lauren James. I couldn't face picking the ball out of the back of my net and turn around to see Lauren James smiling. It was that for me.
God, that sounds really like, I don't want to see her happy.
It was harrowing. I still think about it now in darker days.
You wake up in the middle of the night like, LJ.
But I mean, when the very first time that I played against LJ was with Spurs in the Women's Championship, when she was with United and she was under Casey Stoney's wing then. So I think she's always had the benefit of having, people who have been there, done it, experienced, level-headed, solid managers. So it'll be interesting to see now what happens to her next season when she does come a little bit unsettled, depending on obviously who Chelsea bring in. But yeah, I mean, she had that pace then. Man United ran away with the league anyway that year, but you could see the talent that she had, and she must have only been like 17 at that time. And in fact, she put away. So that was the first season that she had the hat trick. So she got a hat trick against Crystal Palace that year in 2019, the Championship, and that was like the real turning point of people going, Christ.
I remember seeing her against Millwall in an FA Cup, I think, and she was 16. and Arsenal had like brought this kid along, put her on. She picked up the ball in Arsenal's box and ran the length of the field and scored a goal. And me and Sophie were like, who is that?
Yeah.
Who is that? She's going to be like the confidence she had on the ball, the way she plays now, the confidence she has on the ball. That's how she played when she was 16.
It's that. It's the pace, the technical ability, the fact that she can, the ball is like super glued to her feet, but like the power of the shots that she can produce from very little distance, very little run up is incredible. I've never seen anything like it. I think she is destined to become, should she maintain her level head and also ride out the storm that will be this transitional period for Chelsea, the best player in the WSL.
Ballon d'Or in the future?
You heard it here first. I don't know if you've heard of Lauren James.
I don't know if you've heard it here first. I think we're all saying it.
Let's talk about another special Chelsea player. A very big, significant day for Sophie Ingle, who set a new WSL record for the most appearances, just 184 games in the league. I mean,
in a league of her own.
In a league of her own. I mean, she's
unreal, unbelievably consistent, flies under the radar.
She does. She's very kind of understated, Zingle.
But that's her style of play. It's very understated.
That's what she wants.
Yeah, and she's one of those players where you may not notice her when she's on the pitch, but when she's not on the pitch, you notice her absence.
Mm-hmm.
One moment that stands out for me is when Chelsea were playing Manchester City. I can't remember if it was last season or the season before. It was up at the Academy Stadium, so maybe it was the season before because Manchester City had been on that long... Actually, it could have ended up being a draw, but I just remember Chelsea needing a goal desperately. The rain, it was like hammering down. And Ingle just picked it up outside the box and absolutely leathered it. And the celebrations, like in the weather, that, knee slides, like everything. It was unbelievable. Everyone was covered in mud. And it's just those then little moments where, like, she still has that in her locker.
I think, she's 32 years old. I still feel like there is a lot left in her tank. There's not a part of me that feels like she's nearing retirement. Age-wise, feels like, yeah. But actually, when you actually look at her performances, there's nothing that suggests
playing with the best team in England.
It's that. And also like her career with Wales as well. I mean, congratulations. So from all of us here at the Upfront team, we would love to see you hit the 200 WSL mark.
Not far off that.
And maybe we'll get you into the Upfront Hall of Fame, which I've just started this very second.
Right now.
Yeah.
First player.
Just now.